My name is Rae Johnston. Been a volunteer here since the place was purchased and beginning to go from a school to a museum. And met an awful lot of nice people and had a lot of fun doing it. This winter's project has been an old scrapbook. Elaine Duff, who was married to Gerald, apparently this is what she did. She cut out of all the newspapers anything newsworthy and of interest to the area. And we have 15 scrapbooks from probably 1995 and up through until now. And we've taken everything and we're going to do the last part since the town has purchased, or the boys have purchased this museum. This was our Littleton's final PTC fair. We used to have fairs with the kids every spring. Dana Wright is right here as the first king of it, with the last king right here. And they had cakewalks and fish ponds and all through the school. And my husband Charlie won Mr. Littleton at one time, clowning around as usual. But from here it's going on. This is all on the museum, some with our bridge that we'll have in here. And one night we'll have a chance to set these scrapbooks out so that people can look through them. I know you'll be fascinated with them. We have been just getting them fixed up and ready. So we'll plan on that some evening, well, during our suppers some evening. Okay, this is our gym, and they have left this exactly the way it was when all these children went to school here. All 6 of mine all went right through all the grades right here. And I was glad when they redid the floor over, they left the basketball markers and their big scroll here in the middle. The hoops are still there, kind of high now, but they are still here. Show that it was a gym and it's being used a lot. We have our suppers out here once a month or 10 months of the year, and have wonderful crowds and wonderful people to work with. This is a stage, well, for all the kids and all the activities for the school, but we also used to do fairs for the children in the spring. And for a couple of years, friends of mine in our age group, we put on an old-fashioned school one year and used, you might not remember them, Tristan Boober and Priscilla and Ivan Boober and Mabel, as school children. We got into some fun activities with that. And then another year we did a mock wedding. And Tristan, over 6 feet tall, was the bride, and Priscilla was the groom. And it involved an awful lot of people. We packed this gym. And that happened before all the kids' activities in the separate rooms. They used to have a set of steps right here for the children to get up onto the stage. And we use that for our plays too. And Charlie and I were in it. He was the bad kid in the school. He was going to get a licking one time, and Tristan had him lean over the desk so that he could get he's going to get a meeting before the school was out anyway, so we might as well get it now first thing and get it over with. And Carol Swim was sitting in the Dutch chair. And when he leaned over that desk, the leg came out of that desk, shot right out across here. The stool came out here. Kids were sitting on the floor in the front. There were so many. Everybody in the audience thought it was supposed to happen that way, and it was not. Water was flying from the flowers we had for the teacher, had an ample with a pipe cleaner in it for the worm. That went rolling down front. The kids were in hysterics, and we gathered our wits and put it back together again and finished, but that was quite a fun day. We've had a lot of those fun days here. This is pictures of the original cooks in the kitchen. Frank McCordick and Ruth McCordick and Marion Gentle, 1957. And the cupboards are exactly the same. They must have been some well-built cupboards, because after 70 years, they're still here and we're still using them. And they're not falling off the walls yet. They're still right up there. And we all love it. It's a museum piece in itself to me, because it is 70 years old. And it's still very easy to work in. This is our kitchen. We do have a cooler, which they probably didn't have back then. But it's the original cupboards all the way along. Oh, we do have a dishwasher now. But we have all the sinks. We have a marvelous big stove. And that enables us to be able to serve 120 and 150 and 200 people at the same time for that stove. But plenty of room, awful good crews, had wonderful people to work with.